All right, we are live, and holy cow, we got a full screen. You can't even see. I spent some time this morning working on a little background with the ambassador, like diamond in there. Now you can't even see it. There's too many of us on here. So super pumped to be here. We've got Andrea, Megan with us. We've got BreAnn, we got Dave, we got Evan, and I think we're all pretty pumped. Are we all pumped? Is that like a good word?
So pumped. Yeah,
so
that's an
pumped.
understatement.
Pretty exciting. Applications are flying in, have been, and we were just talking about how we love them all, so that's awesome. Andrea, Megan, can you give us an update? Where do we stand on apps as far as like, are they closed yet? Are we still open? Or, well, actually, I know the answer to that. I haven't closed the website. Are they open or closed? Like, what's the plan? When do we think this is going to finish up?
So they're technically still open, but only for another half an hour. So we are going to close it off at 3 o'clock Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern Time.
Okay.
We definitely have over 20 right now. So we are going to have to be really closely looking through them. But like we said, they are all so good, and everybody is just so genuine and so happy to join. But yeah, if you want to get in this first round, you have a half an hour more to jump on in before we close applications for this time.
So we need to multitask right now. Yeah.
We're down to 28 minutes now, right? But we're giving them the same opportunity where like this takes care of one of the things, like screenshot.
Yeah.
Boom,
If you're in this live, take your screenshot.
We're set to go. So I love it. I'm excited to have. So we got BreAnn, Dave, and Evan. Were three of the our inaugural. Am I using that word right? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I like the Fab Five.
The Fab. Okay, we do Fab Five.
I like
Fab
that.
There you
Five
go.
on here. I'm doing it. So let me ask if any of the three of you want to jump in. Have you had people reaching out to you? Any conversations going on with you about like, hey, what is this? And asking questions that you probably maybe don't have the answers to? Or like, where's your mind at, Evan? What you're laughing over there at me? Like, you might be laughing at me. I don't know. I'm hoping it's because it's happening. Are you getting some people reaching out to you? And
people are just asking me, kind of what it's about, and then also in terms of their level of comfort with, with everything. And I just said, if you're about helping other educators get better, and philosophically that's where you're at, you know what? Go ahead, put your application in, and then go from there. And look for genuine folks that are really doing great things.
That's a pretty spot on answer, I'd say. What's up, Joe? Hi, Livia. Ray. Hey, Ray. Hey, friends. Katie, good to see you. Nikki, good to see you. I must have done no less than 25 takes for my 1 minute video.
Nikki, we can't wait to watch yours.
Good. It's all right. It's so good. So let's talk about so the applications. Let's pretend that someone has not put in an application yet. Can we just do a quick review of what's included on there, what they have to do so they can get that ready? Because they do now have 26 minutes still. So Andrea or Megan, when do you want to take us through that? Like, what do I need to have together if I have not done my application yet?
Yeah, definitely. You're going to jump in if I miss anything. So you need a 1 minute video explaining why you want to be a Teach Better ambassador. You need to take a screenshot of you participating in, it could be Mastery Chat, it could be like in maybe any of the lives that we've done. So if you're in this one, take this counts. Anything like that. You need a screenshot of you subscribed to the Teach Better Talk podcast, which can be on Anchor or Spotify or just Apple Podcasts, or I feel like I'm forgetting.
Google, Poppy. There's a million different platforms
Everything.
to subscribe to it on. Yeah. So.
And then the last one is you need a screenshot of you participating in one of the webinars, or, we said workshops, but since they're not really in person, any of the online webinars. So the free ones, if you were in the grid method one, anything like that. So you need those 3 screenshots and the video and answer a few questions, hopefully all of them pretty easy. And that's it.
I love it. So my next question is, what happens if I submit but I don't get the notification, I don't get selected? Like, what should I do? Should I fight Dave? Should I yell at Evan? Should I cry to BreAnn? Like, what should I do? Like, what's the catch there?
So we will be notifying the ambassadors, that the 20 ambassadors that we select, probably early next week. Okay. And if you are not selected, we will also notify you. We'll reach out. First of all, we want you to know that, like we've already said, every application has that we have seen so far has been phenomenal, and we have loved it. So this is going to be a really tough decision. But if you don't, we are going to be opening this again. So we really are sticking with 20 at first plus our 5, so 25, because we want to be able to personally connect with everyone and make sure that we're connecting and that you have everything that you need. We want this to feel like a family, and we want to see everybody be really successful. And so we feel that keeping it to 20 at first, and then we haven't decided when yet. We're going to see how this next few weeks goes, and then we're going to open this up again. And, next time it might be 20, it might be 30 that we take. So don't be too sad. We are going to do this again because we want all of you to be ambassadors.
I think essentially what it's going to be is when Evan tells us we can open back up, we'll do it. Like until that moment, like, nah.
Yep. And once you apply, we'll hang on to your application. So we'll let you know. You'll kind of get like a special preview on when we're going to open them up again.
Nice.
And then you'll be, eligible for that next round.
Gotcha. So Dave, let me ask you as one of the inaugural here, what does teach better mean to you, man? Like, what's the teach better mindset in your mind? As someone who, you're in on some,
Yeah.
you all have been so involved in so many things that we do. You're in on the webinars and all that type of stuff. So how do you best describe that when someone asks, like, what the heck is this?
I'll start off by just saying being around people that have skill sets that I don't have. That's number one. I benefit from this crew so much just because so many of these amazing people fill those gaps in the things that I know I struggle with. And I lean on people to help me get better. I think it starts with recognizing that you don't have to have it all, but you can continue to get better. And truly, that's what the Teach Better team is all about. It's just finding the different skill sets of each person. I first got connected with all this just listening to you, Jeff, and Ray on the podcast. And your yin and your yang, your little brother-sister thing that you had going on made me realize that people can be so different but so united at the same time. And it sucked me in. And I mean, seriously, you guys have to keep me away with a stiff arm now because I am so attracted to the idea of everybody being so uniquely different, yet all going the same course.
I love that. And yeah. So, and now we can't keep you away. Like right after, when we're done with this, you and I are going to have cocktails and randomness right after this live.
Bring it.
So, Evan, same question to you, just to get a different, your perspective. Like, what does it mean? Like, I'm not sure how we originally got connected. I mean, it was a podcast, it was beyond that, but sort of where's your mind at in all this, and what does it mean to you?
Well, to me, it helps me to reconnect with people that are in the classroom all over the country and doing great things, right? So from an administrator perspective, especially from a district level, central office, knowing that we're all in this together and we're educators first and foremost before we have titles, right? And we're all about making sure kids get what they need and getting the best opportunities possible. So for me, I think being around, other educators, regardless of role, title, et cetera, is great because it truly is like a professional learning community, right? We're all getting, no matter what our title is or role, we're all learning from each other at the same time. So for me, it's great. I love it. Great that you guys asked me to come on board. Just early on being on the podcast and being on with you and Ray, Jeff, it was great. And now I'm at this point where I feel I can want to give back and contribute because just the network of people has been just so great in a short period of time.
Love it. Ray said that we had to force Evan to be family. He didn't even know what hit him.
Probably too much so, Ray. You're right.
That's how we do it, BreAnn, you've been all right. I gotta state this. So BreAnn was with us for all 12 hours of the 12-hour live last week. So she's nuts. So we know that much. BreAnn, what's it mean to you? Like, what sort of? Can you give us your viewpoint of the Teach Better mindset and just everything like that? You've been around us for a long time now.
I have. I started with Mastery Chat.
Okay.
And that's how I started getting connected with the Teach Better team. But to me, it's a family. It's a family feel. Knowing that you do have amazing people to go to if you have questions, that everybody has a unique perspective, just getting better at what we do because we have people that we can lean on and even people where we can make mistakes with and not feel like it's a bad thing, that it's a growing thing. So I think that that's what it means to me. It's that family feel. I'm definitely like a mother hen. So I'm like, these are, like, I love, like you asked about people asking questions about the Teach Better ambassadors. And I was just like, yeah, go for it. Like, you know, if you feel like you are already doing these things, it's not something that we're adding to your plate. Like Andrea and Meghan said before, like, you're already here, you're already doing things. This is a way that you can really just become more a part of the family at a pace that's good for you. And knowing that Andrea and Meghan are looking at these applications, looking for not the same cookie cutter versions of themselves, but they're looking for people that can provide insight in their own unique ways. So you may have something that other people are looking for, whether it's a specialty or I know that they mentioned like even counseling. Like these are things that we're going to need when we go back to school in the fall. So I'm so excited that I was chosen as, I don't know what they said, the Fab Five, and to get started. Yeah. So to get started. So, and Jeff knows he always has to kind of cut me off because I'll just keep talking forever.
So if Bree ever just drops out, it's just accidental.
Right.
No. Bree, I like how you said like that like someone may need your I can't remember, you phrased it better than me, but like this idea of like your story, your whatever that you share could be the thing. We talk about that all the time. You know, Chad has said since day one that for every problem there is in any classroom, there's a solution somewhere else in a classroom somewhere. We just need to come together. We need to share it. And so when we talk about like your story, like you know what you have, it doesn't matter. You know, Evan touched on like it doesn't matter what your role is or anything like that. Like we're all in this together. We're all trying to be better for kids. And Brady brought around that like your story, whatever your story is, whether it's big, small, and you think it's whatever your vision is, like your story or the way you say it or the way you provide that tip or that idea, maybe the thing that a teacher needs, or maybe said the way or at the time that a teacher needs that changes that person's life, that changes the way they teach, therefore changing the students in the classroom. So, you know, sharing out is a huge piece, and part of the ambassador program is to help just raise more voices and really focus on them and stuff like that. So I think we're going to end up opening it up again a lot sooner than we originally planned. Personally, that's where I'm at based on I haven't been checking them out quite as attentively as Megan and Andrea, but I have been jumping in and looking at them. I'm like, holy cow, like this is like, let's just do them all. So we'll see what happens. But so we're what, 16 minutes out now? Any last, like, that last words sound horrible, but any last words, a piece of advice, or anything we need to push or we need to talk about?
I'd like
May's
to
already hashtag Fab Five, just throwing that out there.
I'd like to add this in because I don't know that, I know we've everybody has kind of said it, but I don't know if we've come out and said it. Like, this isn't just for teachers. We want every role in education. I would actually love for Evan, Dave, and BreAnn to share what your roles are.
Yeah.
Like this is not just teachers. We really, like Andrea and I talked about it earlier. We have a very similar lens because we're both in the same district and we're both seventh grade. You know, she's ELA, I'm math, but we want that diversity. We want to see the lens of all of education and learn from everybody.
So can you, Evan, BreAnn, Dave, can you share where you're at, what your role is? That'd be great. Dave, you want to kick that off?
Sure, absolutely. So I just finished year 20 in the classroom, which is crazy because now I feel like I'm one of those crusty old veterans that I always used to look to when I started, but I'm him now. So just finished 20 years, a central office administrator, curriculum instruction. I'm that guy that wears the suits and does all that fun stuff. Also work as a professor at Central Michigan University in educational leadership. I was only in the classroom for 8 years, and I feel like I'm a much better teacher now than I ever would have been when I had my own classroom, thanks to people like you. So, so excited to keep learning.
Evan?
Sure. I'm right outside Chicagoland area. I am a central office administrator, finishing up my 22nd year in education, my 11th in central office. Done everything: assistant superintendent, director of special services, what I am now. And, you know, I love it. And I just want to want to say for everybody that I'm seeing some comments as well, like central office folks, get involved, right? Like this is the time, especially during COVID and those type of things and everything we got going on. We really need to make sure we're connecting back and reaching out to all of our stakeholders and seeing what's going on so we can support them better. So please, I encourage everyone to apply and get on board.
Love it. And Bree?
Yes, I am BreAnn Fennell. I am from Ohio, and I teach first and second grade looping. So I stay with the same kids for 2 years. I've taught preschool through third grade, and I have 2 little kids, and they're very busy. You probably saw Max trying to do a product.
I saw the Play-Doh.
I was like, is this product placement for Play-Doh coming up?
I need to state that the Teach Better team and Teach Better Ambassador Program is in no way affiliated with Play-Doh. Just big fans.
And I am the author of a book called Play Yay.
So yes, so we have a variety already. We're seeing a bunch of people in the comments saying, the different positions that they've, submitted for. So that really is important. One of the big things with this initial group that we're bringing in with the ambassadors, this is the group that's going to help us really form the ambassador. We have a pretty good idea and a clear understanding and a lot of things in place for how this is going to work, how it's going to run. But it's going to be a lot of, Meghan and Andrea have been talking a lot about talking with not only the 3 of you, but everyone else coming in too, of how can we be better? What can we do? How are we going to change things? We're going to test things out. We're going to mess things up. Things are going to break. Heck, the website broke today. Because that's just how my 2 days is going right now. So like just all those different things. I mean, it's going to be really important. And I think it's going to expand beyond just the ambassador program. We everything we've done with the team, everything we've done, every time we launch something, it's because we've been listening. We're trying to listen to our audience and our network and what they're asking for or what we think might help, or based on someone just straight up saying, hey, you should do this. And we're like, oh, all right, let's go do it. Right. And so we're really hoping that the ambassadors can help us do that, even just to the nth degree of really focusing in, really listening to other perceptions, other pockets of people that maybe we're not as connected with and we don't hear from as much, so that we can continue to grow and be better for everyone. So I'm super pumped about this. This is really, really exciting. I said it this morning. I want to make sure that I say it again today. I need to give a huge shout out to Andrea and Meghan. They have been working on this for about 10 months now. And to work on anything for this long without not getting seen anything from it, really, obviously we saw things getting done internally, but nothing, they weren't allowed to say anything. We weren't talking about it. We weren't pushing it out. We pushed back the launch date again and again. And they just kept going. Is really cool to watch as someone who gets to work with them, and just exciting to see. So I appreciate the 2 of you like you can't even believe.
Thank you.
They got introduced to the grid method somewhere. Then I met them in Wisconsin 3 years ago, and we haven't been able to shake them since. So
if I can be honest, Jeff, had you sent me the message tell me about this, I might have paused for a second. But when I got a message from these 2, I was in like that. So just saying.
That's why they do it, not me. It's pretty simple. So, But so I'm super excited. And Evan, Dave, BreAnn, so excited to have the 3 of you as part of the group that's helped us kick this off and get going. And looking forward to not being the one that has to figure out who the first 20 are to coming in and staying away from there. So, any last words? Anything else? Dave, you and I got 10 minutes, and then we're supposed to go live. So we're going to jump off, and Dave and I are going to come right back live here and, talk about some nonsense for a little bit. Meghan and Andrea, is this our last live for about the ambassador? So we got 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes till close. Sometime probably early next week, we'll notify everyone and we'll move from there. We'll go live and we'll talk about it and stuff like that. So, if you need to bother anyone about it, Meghan or Andrea at teachbetter.com, they'll take all those emails for you. But I appreciate all of you on this. I appreciate everyone watching too. But really do. Thanks for coming live with us again and celebrating this again and doing that. And just letting everyone know that Dave and Jeff have another idea. She's going to get mad at me too, because I'm like, I need this group here to help me convince Ray that the next thing that we do is 24 hours live. So if everyone can get on that, I'd really appreciate it.
I seriously need a new shirt because Ray has not been nice for the last week. Just saying.
No, it's been we could do.
Oh, okay, now she's trying to come back. Okay,
get out of here, Ray. Ray, you should go home. Maybe we might let Ray in. We'll see. So anyway, I appreciate you guys seriously, and Dave and I will be back in a little bit for drinks. But appreciate all you have now 9 minutes. Get it done.
Real quick. I just want to say, because I said this earlier, and I want to say it to you three. We are so thankful and so grateful that when we reached out to you with very little details, the three of you were like, yes.
It's like blind faith. Like you just believed in us that we weren't steering in the wrong direction.
We're like, yes. And then, we gave you more details, but it means the world to us. And that, having you, we could not imagine a better five, the Fab Five. I really could not picture a better five. And I love that you have paired with us so far in any difficulties or issues, because I'm sure there's going to be more. But seriously, you guys just jumping in and being like, yes, it means the world to us, and we could not launch this and do this without you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's a good way to go with that. So BreAnn, Dave, Evan, and Livia, and Lindsay as well. And that's thank you so much. And with that, we will see y'all. You now have 8 minutes, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.